GA Sports back in here with our NFL Week 7 wrap up. My screen is looking a little bit weird as far as my playback is concerned, but who gives a damn? We're going to be ready to go. We're ready to rock. And we got Week 7 here. We're going to go over our trash NFL teams. We're going to give you the bottom 4, the teams that are really going nowhere, the booty cheek teams of the week, the teams that might make some noise in the top 4 NFL teams. Not much changed. But we did have a top 4 matchup, potential Super Bowl preview, and the Eagles came out on top. So congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, they look for real. They look for real. Tua got slowed down. The game was even early on, but then the Philadelphia Eagles pulled away. I got a chance to catch up on a little bit of it. But anyway, man, good to see y'all over here. We got 45 minutes of show. We do our Week 7 wrap up. We see where we got on our predictions. Our predictions went a little bit crazy. Mine went a little bit crazy, and hopefully y'all made a little change around here if you are gambling guys. All right, so anyway, without further ado, let me just reveal the trash. The booty. Actually, this is not the trash teams because I got a trash team segment here. All right, the booty cheek teams of the week, the bottom 4 teams. And the bottom 4 teams in the NFL today, the Carolina Panthers obviously got this sold up, but the Arizona Cardinals, booty cheeks as well. The Las Vegas Raiders, booty cheeks out here cheeking, and they look absolutely terrible. They let a Division II quarterback come in there, Division II college quarterback come in there and make mincemeat out of them. We don't play good on the East Coast. We don't play good in the 10 a.m. time zone. Which is 10 a.m. our time, and absolutely tragic performance. Can't even move the ball. Daniel Carlson got almost everything right. Unfortunately, Davante Adams dropped the surefire touchdown in the end zone, but the game was already over. I don't know why people are blaming Davante. All right, game was already over. We'll go over that. The Washington Commanders joined the bottom booty cheeks 4. The Washington Commanders bumping out the New York Giants because, well, they lost to the Giants, and the Chicago Bears moves out of the booty cheeks bottom 4, and they move into the trash teams of the league real quick. And for some reason, I'm looking at my sheet here, and I don't have. What am I doing here? I wonder why I didn't have them there. Oh no, they're there. I see what happened. And then let me go and give you the trash teams. Don't get excited. We'll give you the teams that are absolute trash. I mean, they might have picked up a win this weekend, but do not fool yourselves. These are weak teams. These are weak teams in the NFL. The Chicago Bears, I know they beat the Raiders, but that's not impressive. The Raiders are booty cheeks. They need to get rid of the whole organization at this point. Maybe put it down into the AFL. I have no idea. Josh McDaniels, yeah. I mean, he's supposed to be an offensive guru, whiz kid, and you got Davante Adams and Josh Jacobs, 2 leading rushers and receivers, and you can't move the ball. Okay, but the trash teams of the week, Chicago Bears, Denver Broncos, the New England Patriots, and the New York Giants, all with wins. They got wins, but they're still trash. All right, some of these wins were not impressive at all. You got the Tennessee Titans that didn't do nothing, but they still trash. Green Bay Packers, of course, and the Jets didn't do nothing. They still trash. And the Los Angeles San Diego Superchargers, trash. Okay, so all right. Trash organizations, trash football teams this year. Don't expect them to have many highs. They may have gave you a win this week, but they're garbage and all of that. So then we're going to give you the teams next that are going nowhere really. Going nowhere really is coming up next. But let me go ahead and get to some games and see how we did on the predictors right now, man. It's crazy. Them damn whiz kids. All right. Oh, them damn whiz kid coaches. All right, I'm going to compile a record of whiz kid coaches next week, maybe, if I have time. All right, everybody knows the Saints laid an egg against the Jags. We talked about this. So the Saints really going nowhere at this point. And let's go ahead and pop up one of the games from this week right here. The Falcons, the STI Dirty Birds. I got this one wrong. I said the Tampa Bay Yucks should be able to come up on top, but Desmond Ritter is on fire. All right, 250 yards. Baker Mayfield, not that bad of a game. I didn't see any of this game. But as you can tell, all right, I think you have 2 end zone trips at the beginning of the game and a lot of field goals. NFL teams They're having trouble scoring. Not only scoring, moving the ball. But I don't know what happened in this game. The Atlanta Falcons 4-3. Boy, is that a fluffed up record. But this could be the New Orleans Saints if they actually got their shit together, because this division is weak. This division is weak. These people, they have the weakest schedule in the NFL based on the beginning of the season. All of these teams were in the top 4 weakest schedules, top 5, I believe. So their totals are going to be fluffed after they beat up on each other. So, I don't know what to say about the Atlanta Falcons. They're not very impressive, but they got a win over the Buccaneers, and wins matter. So we'll take a win where we take a win. All right, who else we got? I would take a win. Oh, the Raiders and the Bears. All right, let's talk about it. Oakland Raiders, Oakland, Los Angeles, Las Vegas Raiders literally put up no fight. No fight. They put up 0 fights in this game and a bunch of field goals. I don't even know where to start. The running game is predictable. You have no quarterback. You have no starting quarterback. You don't have a starting quarterback. You cannot win. Garoppolo really wasn't going to save us. I don't even know what people are making a complaint about. Brian Hoyer or Garoppolo. It don't matter. Garoppolo's leading the league in the interceptions. So it wasn't like Hoyer did anything different. But booty cheeks right here, the Raiders right here, and the Chicago Bears look like world beaters without Justin Fields. So what do you say about that? What do you say about that? If you're a Bears fan, what are you saying about this? What are you saying about the fact that the Bears could look so good and it was their first home win in 10 games? What do you say about this? I mean, what do you say if you're a Bears fan? Do you get rid of Justin Fields? Now, do you actually think that your quarterback is good because they beat the Raiders defense? Raiders defense has got to be at the bottom of the league, like consistently. So are you thinking this is a big dub? I don't know, man. This is crazy. But the Raiders are absolutely tragic at this point. I would consider getting rid of the head coach. That guy is just not the coach you need in order to get players to do what players need to do for coaches or the organization, the way he treats players. He's trying to do Patriots light or Patriots next. And we don't need we don't got no Patriot. We ain't got no Tom Brady right here. I'm not being a sore loser. It's traditional Raiders. I didn't even expect them to do nothing in this game. I mean, I expect them to at least beat the Bears. But the Bears, who did they beat? Like, come on, man. Like, what did they really do? What did the Bears really do? I mean, what the guy did was great. What's his name? Let's give me his name. His name is, I watched most of the game. Tyson Bagent, whatever his name is. He did a good job. I mean, he passed for 162 yards. I mean, the guy probably didn't throw a pass past 15 yards. The Raiders defense was just giving up the booty cheeks. Pause. The entire game, checking down. Check down Tyson. Check down Charlie. But he was making some great decisions. I will say that. He was making great decisions. He was playing within himself. He didn't overextend himself. Raiders defense is garbage. As a matter of fact, if you don't believe me, let me see if I can get the NFL defense rankings. Let me see where the teams are, just so you can see. So if you're a Bears fan, Raiders are at, let me see here, team defense. Damn, they ain't even on the list. It says 11. That can't be it. Is that 11 worse? That's in terms of yards. They're ranked, please. Nah, wait. No. I'm not buying that. There's no way they're the 11th best. This is based on yards. Hold on for a second. Let's get some clarification. There's the Raiders right there at 11. All right, but they got 15 touchdowns given up. Is that the most in the league? Nope. Damn, the Panthers getting blacks. Okay, so the Dolphins gave up more touchdowns. Passing defense. All right, Raiders number 8. What the? Rushing defense. Raiders 21. All right, anyway, Bears, congratulations to the Bears on this game. Tragic. Raiders are going to have to answer for this, and I hope they answer. I hope somebody walks the plank. We need a linebacker. We need a cornerback. We need a safety. We need a pass rusher on the opposite side of Max Crosby. Our whole defense is garbage. I mean, you don't have any players. Did you see that tackle? Never mind. I don't want to single players out. Marcus Peters, I think it's Marcus Peters. He made the most horrible attempt at a tackle. I know he's an older guy, but Jesus. He did make a good play in the end zone. He tried to be like he's a Deion Sanders. He ain't trying to tackle nobody. Absolutely tragic. Why aren't they trading Devontae? I don't know. Shout out to CH Slim says, how about them Raiders? I need some sound effects. Booty cheeks. We need a quarterback. We need a quarterback. We need to pass the ball to Hunter Renfrow because we got solid receivers. We got Devontae. The one guy's doing very good for us. Jacoby Myers. You got Hunter Renfrow. You know what we need is a tight end. We need a tight end. That's where Darren Waller could have came in. We need a tight end because that was a play. There was a play where we needed we threw I think a couple back shoulder and fades towards the end of the game. And if we had a tight end that could run a skinny post, that would have been money. That would have been money. But we had no tight end to throw a skinny post or a lob right to the back of the end zone like we would throw it to Darren Waller. Nothing. So we had to throw all these fade-ass routes, and then we threw a nice one to Devontae, and it went right off his fingers, fam. And we threw another one to Josh Jacobs, and he couldn't get 2 feet down. Absolutely crazy. Somebody says Waller caught a back shoulder. Yeah, we missing Darren Waller, but of course, that's an ego move by the Raiders. Enough about the Raiders. They're just booty cheeks. No need to beat them into the ground. All right, let's get back to these games. Looks like the Cleveland Browns. I did catch the end of this game. I know some fans are irate. Indianapolis Colts fans, you're mad at that pass interference, that face guard interference call at the end. I did catch the last couple of minutes of this game. I don't know I don't think you should be mad at that play. That was a decent call. But a lot of points here. If you took the under on this one, you definitely lost. Or you definitely lost. But the Indianapolis Colts and Minshew fumbled the ball. I think he fumbled the ball towards the end of the game, and that was a wrap. I didn't see the beginning of the game. So somebody said the Colts were robbed? Huh. Yeah, Myles Garrett is that dude. I mean, he is the guy. He is the man, Myles Garrett. And if he ever takes his helmet off, he will club you with it. All right. Indianapolis Colts fans mad right now, but they played a good game. It was flip-flop game back and forth towards the end of the game. All right, these teams are going nowhere anyway. So why are we wasting our time talking about the Browns and the Colts? Speaking of teams are going nowhere. All right, the Washington Commanders, give yourself a pat. Washington Commanders, what are you guys doing out here? Laying a fat egg to the New York Jets. I mean, the New York Giants. The New York Giants, Tyrod Taylor, I think is better quarterback than Daniel Boone. I call him Daniel Boone. He's way better than Daniel Boone. Tyrod Taylor at least gives you a chance to win by making some athletic plays, getting outside the pocket, and he can scramble, pick up a couple of yards. I think Tyrod, isn't he the guy that got robbed by the Chargers? Didn't they puncture his lung or something? They ruptured his spleen before the game. I think that's the guy. But that led way to the most overrated player in the NFL, Justin Herbert. Whatever his name is, Justine Herbert. All right, he probably watching me. He going to try to wring my neck. This ninja becoming overrated. We'll get to that in a minute. But the Commanders can't move the ball. Play calling wasn't working. At least they put up a fight on defense. All right. Jay Herbo. But Tyrod Taylor, man, yeah, it was Tyrod. They gave him the starting job for the Chargers, and I don't know what happened. He had the flu or something. He had an injury. They tried to give him an injection, punctured his lung, and all right. So Tyrod definitely better than Daniel Boone, and then the Washington Commanders. They booty cheeks at this point. Like if you can't beat the Giants. Like who else you going to beat this year? You had one. And not only that, you had one ready to go. I mean, you had them served up on a platter. I think they should go with Tyrod. Tyrod's a good player. He's way better than Daniel Boone. All right, so let's give you the teams that are really going nowhere. The teams that are really going nowhere here, going nowhere really. These are teams that got the fan bases all hyped up. They might have won a game this week or last week, and you think they're going to do something. All right, but they ain't going to do nothing. They ain't going to do nothing this week. This week's going nowhere really teams. You got to win. The Dallas Cowboys, they're going nowhere really. They're going to get their fan base all hyped up, and nothing's going to happen. They're going to get eliminated from the playoffs per usual. 4-2. They about to go into a buzzsaw of a schedule. They ain't going nowhere. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they got a great record. They've been defending themselves well, but they're really going nowhere. Don't get too excited. If they get to the playoffs, first round and out. The Los Angeles Rams going nowhere. I mean, they have a decent record. They let the Pittsburgh Steelers come in and dominate them. I mean, really, it was a game that they should have won. But the Pittsburgh Steelers really going nowhere. Speaking of the Steelers, they're going nowhere. They're going nowhere. I mean, what are they going to do this year? They beat the Rams. Good win on the road, but it was really a home game for them. But the Rams really put themselves in a bind. All right, they headed down to Trashville. You can't lose to the Steelers. The Yucks. Tampa Bay Bucks going nowhere, really. They ain't going nowhere. I mean, people got all hyped. Baker Mayfield is who we thought he was. So they ain't going nowhere. Seattle Seahawks, they ain't going nowhere. I mean, they're going to hold court. They're going to hold serve. They're going to win what they're supposed to win. They're going to get the playoffs and get bounced. Okay. So Seattle Seahawks, they're going to be like, hey, Geno Smith's our guy. Rah, rah, rah. They're not going nowhere. The Cleveland Browns, I mean, you don't know, man. Can you trust this team? Can you trust the Cleveland Browns? They can't really do anything. I don't think they're going to go anywhere, but they got a good, solid defense. Indianapolis Colts, they lose their starting quarterback, the Rook. Minshew's going to have to last for the remainder of the season. Okay. Yeah. It's one of those things, the Indianapolis Colts. It's kind of sad. The New Orleans Saints, they're fumbling a great opportunity to make the playoffs. So Derek Carr is who we thought he was. So Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints going nowhere. Cincinnati Bengals, they had a bye, but of course it didn't help because everybody in their division won, and they won nice, right? Everybody in their division won on their day off. Hey, Cleveland, how you get fired on your day off, right? Somebody said Carr shouting at players. That's Derek Carr, Ninja. I mean, right? That's Derek Carr. What do you want me to do, man? Derek Carr is one of those guys, he means well. He's kind of one of those guys you feel sorry for, but you can't really get fully mad at. You're like, I'm going to be mad at this guy, but you kind of feel sorry for him at the same time because he has a cry face, and then he has a I'm trying so hard face. I'm really trying so hard. I'm trying as hard as I can. And Ninja be out there just making mistake after mistake. He'll be a great coach. He's going to be a great coach. But you be feeling sorry for the Ninja because you be sitting over there all pouting with his eyeliner on and shit. And then you be like, oh, man, maybe, then he gets all raw. Yeah, yeah. Then he get out there, throw the ball at the center's feet, killing plays. Kill. All right, Ninja. Like he was actually doing something out there. Like I could see if he was doing something and then you could get in people's face. But I'm trying so hard. I'm trying. Interception. Fumble. All right, let me stop. Derek Carr, man. Stop. All right, man. Shout out to DC, man. Alexa, I like you, man, but I have to do you like that. Who else is going nowhere? The Houston Texans. They really almost trash, but they've been playing well. I know they really ain't going nowhere. They really ain't going nowhere. So don't get too excited about them. He said overthrew it. Hey, man, look, he did. Listen, he did put it on. Listen, Derek Carr put it on the tight end, Foster Moreau, right in the end zone. Just like Devontae. He put it right on him, right in his hands. But here's the thing. Go back and look at his previous plays. He done made a couple of comedy errors at that point. All right, do me a favor, hit the like button. Let's go through a couple more games, and then we'll get to the teams that are might make some noise. Teams that might make some noise this year. So the Detroit Cowardly Lions, holy mackerel. The Cowardly Lions, they are who we thought they were. Ish. Take a look, ladies and gentlemen. They got steamrolled. And I said this, I called this one. I said Ravens going to blow them to bits. They were on the road. The Lions on the road. Yikes, this was not even close. The Detroit Lions were who we listen, the Detroit fans got to be sitting back going, what next? Well, you know what next? The Raiders are next. So at least they have that going for them, right? The Raiders are coming into town. So that's not so bad. I'm pretty sure the Raiders are going to stay over there in the East Coast, I'm assuming, because the Raiders play them next. Yeah, I mean, at least there's a little bit of rehab coming back, right? The bounce back is around the corner for the Lions. But on this one, this was a tragic loss. I mean, this was like 28-0 at halftime. I mean, you shouldn't be getting ran like this. And of course, now the bounce back to Detroit Lions. You know, they were talking Super Bowl. I can't say they can talk Super Bowl. No more. All right. No more. Thought they would cover. No. Oh, man. They didn't even cover, man. They getting lights out. They didn't even show up, man. I can't stand going on the road like this and not showing up. Like, why do I get on the plane and pack bags for my team to not show up? This is a disaster. Disaster. How about this one? This is definitely an unexpected one right here. The Bills and the Pats. The Pats got off to a slow start. I'm sorry. The Bills got off to a slow start. And they were playing catch up the entire game. As a matter of fact, I had the under in this. I had the under, and I was sitting pretty till the fourth quarter. They scored 28 points between them. Of course.
Oh, the humanity.
Listen, sometimes I think, man, they must know when I've had money on the game. 28 points in the fourth quarter. Oh. And I'm trying to get them to stop scoring. Please. Of course, they want to light up the scoreboard, both of them. All right, but it's okay. Patriots with an unexpected win over the Buffalo Bills. And you got to see what the Buffalo Bills are made of at this point. You're getting blown out here. You're blowing teams out. Then you come back over here. Josh Allen. Is he in the same light as Justin Herbert? Is he overrated? Is he overrated? You got to look at it at this point. I don't think he's going to get the job done. He doesn't have much time left. People have figured him out. They already know what he's going to do. He does. He can mount a comeback. He can mount a comeback, but really, I don't know what you're going to expect from him from this point on. And if they continue to lose, it is what it is. All right, Booty Cheeks Cardinals out here playing the Sea Hags. Again, Seattle. They go in the nowhere really route. Seattle's in the nowhere really route. There's really nothing they should have done wrong. I mean, they could have lost the game, but the Cardinals aren't trying to win anyway. The Cardinals are trying to win anyway. Somebody said, I told you Coach Allen's overrated. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do because he's a solid quarterback. He's probably is he top 10? Probably top 10. I'm going to have to do a quarterbacks list. I'm actually going to do some new videos, short form videos on this channel. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I still gotta go out of town. I got a hearing that I gotta go to this week. So my schedule's kind of messed up. Stoner Montana says he says, yikes, coach. He says we are supposed to be tanking for the new quarterback, and your Raiders lost to my Gummy Bears. Game of game managers. Yeah, I know. That's what the Bears are thinking. We're not supposed to look so good. Did Kyler Murray play in this game? Because I don't even know. Did he play? They said he was back, but he didn't play. I don't know if he played. I see here Joshua Dobbs is in the game. The Cardinals are not trying to win any games at all. They're the second worst record in the NFL. They do play the Bears, but now the Bears sitting with 2 wins. And a lot of teams have 2 wins. As a matter of fact, let me just go ahead and show you. A lot of teams have 2 wins. So the Bears are going to have to make a really, really tragic decision here. You got the Broncos and the Chargers, 2 wins. Okay, you got the Titans with 2 wins. I mean, you F around Chicago, you're going to end up with another linebacker. Giants with a 2 wins. You got Cardinals down here, Packers and Bears, and then the Panthers. I mean, now you in position number 10. You at pick number 10. Yeah, Phils didn't play. They had that rook in there from the Division II school. So what are we doing here, Chicago? I mean, you supposed to lay over like this the Cardinals. The Cardinals ain't gonna do nothing. They might not win another game. There it is right there. So what did they get in the end zone? Second quarter. What much can you say about that game? Here's a great game. Steelers and the Rams. This is a good game, actually. This is a game that I think the Rams pretty much had control of until the fourth quarter. And then they let the Steelers come in with a comeback win, crowd full of Steeler fans. So that maybe gave them some momentum. I don't think the Steelers are a worthy team because Kenny Pickett really doesn't do it for me in terms of making the team a leader. I know it's only in his second year, but both of these teams are going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere. It's crazy. Okay. Congratulations to the Steelers, though, because I had the Rams winning. I had the Rams beaten. The San Diego Superchargers. All right. Yo. What do you think about this game? I actually caught a little bit of this game. Kansas City was pretty much in control the entire game. Towards the end, they did make it interesting. But Kansas City is pretty dominant right now. Their only losses to the New York Jets. And that was game 1. They've been steamrolling. They picked up a receiver from the Jets. That was the receiver for them, so they picked him up. They needed a receiver. And Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, they're going to ride this all the way to the Super Bowl. They're going to ride it all the way to the Super Bowl. So what did I say? The LA Chargers are done. They're a team they're in the trash compactor at this point. I want to see what the Chargers got coming up. They got the Bears, so there's some relief there. They got the Jets, Lions, Packers, Ravens. They can make a run here, and they're late bloomers. They're always trying to bloom late, and they'll make a playoff run, but right now they're trash. Did I say Chiefs lost to the Lions? Did I get – it was the Lions. What did I say? You know, sometimes I say shit, and I don't even remember. But, yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, it was the Lions. Yes, you're right. Thank you. I said the Jets. I think I said the Jets. Yeah. So, yeah, they lost to the cowardly Lions. Yes. Jets, Lions. I did say the Jets. So, yes. Yeah. Definitely meant the Lions. So, yeah, the Lions, that's the one win of the season for them, right? That's their biggest win. That was game 1. Thank you for correcting me on that one. Because the playback people are going to be like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah, Jets, Lions. Like, what's the difference between both of those teams? They're both tragedies in the NFL. Tragedies. All right, anyway. All right, so what do we got here? The San Diego Superchargers. About the only thing good going for the Chargers right now is this woman right here. This is the only thing that the Chargers got going on. This is the only story for the Chargers. Let me go ahead and make it larger for you. For some reason, the LA Screen Actors Guild decided to bring this woman out and, give us as a gift this little foldable. I bet you she folds up nicely. I mean, listen, I don't want to. This is a family show. But she looks like she folds up nice and neat. All right. And everybody's going crazy over her. I'm like, man, people starving.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
I'm like, why are people starving over this woman? But they starving over her because she's just so, she has the Derek Carr face on. Oh, the Chargers, we're going to get them this time. All right. Oh, the Charger coach got a meeting with the owners? Yeah. He should. He's a wrap. And then they're saying this conspiracy. She's also a Vikings fan. All right. And the cameras just so found her. All right. Everybody's going conspiracy here. Oh, the Chargers are going to do it. I love my Chargers. There's no Charger fan. There's no Charger fan this excited about the Chargers. Believe me. There's not one. Like, how can you listen? This got to be scripted. Hold up for a second. There's no Charger fan this excited. I mean, you're this excited about the Chargers fan? Come on, man. This is LA. And then everybody's going to the game. Maybe I'll meet that little Charger fan girl. She got to be. Let me stop. It's a family show over here. Because this is really a family show. Right? All right. She trying to prove that she's a Chargers fan. I just don't buy it. She was a Viking fan 2 years ago. And she was like, well, I lived in Minnesota too. All right. Last couple games here is the Green Bay Packers. Forget about it. All right. The Green Bay Packers, your season is officially over. You went in there and lost to Russ and the Broncos. Not only that, you was getting handled. I mean, by the Russ and the Broncos, you was getting handled for a little bit. Broncos pack it up, but the Packers, you can't do this. You've lost to the Raiders and the Broncos. The Raiders and the Broncos, which I have both of these teams almost, they were booty cheeks most of the season, and you out here coming out to the West Coast, can't get it done. And listen, we're going to give Jordan Love a little bit of time. He needs some time to develop. He's in a bind. They don't have their starting running back. They haven't had him for quite a bit. But yeah, Russ wasn't impressive either. Or either, is it? But yeah, Green Bay, I think y'all need to become real here. Get a little bit real. Your season is donezo. And this is off of a bye. I believe, is this off a bye? Yeah, this is off of a bye week. You lost to the Bronx. Oh, you got the Vikings coming up, Rams, Steelers. All right, it's not too bad. Chargers, Lions. It's a wrap. All right, ring the bell on the Packers. Ring the bell. Oh, he played. All right, he played, but he must didn't do nothing yesterday. I didn't see any of the game here. Let me see what we got. All right, there's Aaron Jones, 8 carries, 35 yards. All right, he's back. I think he came back really Monday night, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's go to the next game right here. Are the Philadelphia Eagles the team to beat? All right, here you go right here. Miami Dolphins, they look decent. We'll give Miami. They didn't look like they were bad. The game was closer than it really kind of indicated. The second half didn't go their way. But can we crown in week 7? Are you ready to crown them? If you want to crown them, crown them. All right. Are the Dolphins overrated? I still think they're a good team. You know, playing on the road in Philadelphia is not easy to do. You're used to playing in the nice in the nice warm weather, and now you got to go there in the chill of October, into fall, before it starts snowing. All right, so I think you're looking at the Philadelphia Eagles. That's definitely a dominant team. We're going to see what the 49ers do this week. Obviously, they're coming off of a loss. So right now, you got to put Philadelphia Eagles number 1 until maybe tonight. If the San Francisco 49ers actually do something with the Vikings, we're going to keep the 49ers at the top. I predicted 49ers versus the Chiefs. So, but the Eagles right now, they got something to say about it. But here's the problem. And we always highlight this. We're not going to highlight it anymore. Eagles about to go through a buzzsaw here in November. So that's what they got to look at. All right. Their schedule is not going to get any easier. You got a rivalry game here, Chiefs, Buffalo, San Francisco. It's about to get ugly. So they got a whole serve. Are they the kings of the NFL? Are they the kings of the NFL right now? They are until tonight's game with the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. Let's talk about it because this is going to be the game that they're going to talk about today. Let me get the numbers on this game right here. I think San Francisco's might be favored by 8, if I'm not mistaken. That was last week. Minnesota spread. So to point spread. You see what they talking about there? Yeah, favored by 7 now. Went down, favored by 7. And what is the over under 43? Man, San Francisco screwed me last week. I mean, with that loss to the Browns, they screwed me over. But I don't think Minnesota's going to put up much of a fight even at home. They said Minnesota going to shock someone. Oh, no. All right, we got a Minnesota Vikings fan ready to go. I think San Francisco absolutely dominates them, but they do have some injuries to worry about. So let's get to this part of the show. Might make some noise. Teams that might make some noise out here. I think I had the Jaguars going nowhere really. So shout out to my producer. Teams that might make some noise. I got the Jacksonville Jags making some noise. All right. They should have been on the making some noise chart. The New Orleans Saints still kind of on the making some noise. They got to get it together. The Detroit Lions and the Buffalo Bills still might make some noise. They got plenty of time. Both of those teams are solid teams. The Atlanta Falcons might make some noise this year. They're 4-3. They got some momentum. They got a weak division. They're turning out to be the class of the NFC South. They're turning out to be the class of it. They're in first place, sole possession. And if the Saints don't get it together, the Panthers won't get it together. They already beat the Yucks. It looks like the STI Birds might come out of there with a playoff berth. Are y'all ready for the STI Birds to come in?
Y'all ready for this?
All right. And then might make some noise. The Baltimore Ravens. They look impressive. And I said they might come on late. They started off slow, had a lot of injuries. Baltimore Ravens might make some noise. All right. Dallas Cowboys, again, just to review, they're going nowhere, really. Dallas is not going to do anything. All right. In terms of the NFC, Dallas is probably the 5th best team. The 5th. Yeah. They're the 5th best team. The teams that are ahead of them are the 49ers, the Eagles. You have the Sea Hags and the Lions. Yep. They're all ahead of Dallas. So Dallas is the 5th seed right now, going to get knocked out the first round. Anyway. I know I'm hating, man. I'm hating on these teams. I know. My team is already out of it for the year, so I got to hate on somebody. Top teams this year, man. Top teams. It's still unchanged. All right, so yeah, it's still unchanged, the top 4. All right, best coach in the league. Somebody asked me. Let me give me a second for that. MVP so far. Oh, yeah. Who's the MVP? Oh, man, this is a tough call, too. Who's the MVP? All right, give me a second here. Who do I think is going to win it, or who's the MVP so far? Damn. All right, Patrick Mahomes in the AFC. Patrick Mahomes in the AFC. I believe he's actually the leading. He's leading in the odds to become AFC MVP, potentially NFL MVP. Trying to see what these teams looking like. You got to throw the Jaguars quarterback in there, give him some love. You got to give him some love. You got to throw Tua in the conversation, or maybe perhaps Hill in the conversation. You might want to look at the guy from the Ravens. This is probably going to get some votes. Brock Purdy, you got to give him some votes. All right, let me see here. Let's see what the Cowardly Lions do. If they can turn it around, maybe that Jared Goff can get some votes. But yeah, man, some of these teams here, it's hard to pick right now. Let me pick out of them. I'm gonna go Patrick Mahomes. Right now. And then the best coach right now that's doing the best job is probably going to be one of the whiz kids that I always talk to you about, San Francisco's coach. Other than that, he's always a good coach until the playoffs, NFC Championship, he just can't get it together. His little play sheet don't work. I need to do an NBA review. So, I have a busy schedule tomorrow. I might sneak that NBA review in for sure, probably tomorrow. And McDaniels, Whiz Kids, all the Whiz Kid coaches. Yeah, the Miami coach. Okay, let me go to the top coaches. So San Francisco's coach, obviously the ones that are winning. The Detroit coach needs some love. The Falcons coach needs some love too. Miami's Whiz Kid coach needs some love. Let's see here. You got to give the Chiefs coach, Andy Reid, you got to give him some love there. Is Harbaugh still in Baltimore? What's wrong with that? It's not a bad. Jacksonville. Miami's coach. Let's talk about these damn whiz kids. Yeah, these analytic stands. Yeah, Atlanta's coach is doing a miracle with the unknown quarterback. Really? All right, so let's see here. So here's all the coaches, the analytic coaches. You got the 49ers got an analytic coach. The Rams have an analytic coach. I think the Cardinals had one. I don't know what he is now. He's just a guy filling in for the next head coach. Let me see here. Let's see, the Saints. Is he he's a defensive coordinator. Panthers. Chargers definitely got a whiz kid coach. The Dolphins have a coach that's one of those. Let me see. Who's the coach of the Jets? No, the Jets is not a whiz kid. The Patriots, kind of. The Raiders got one. The Chargers got one. The Broncos got one. The Broncos coach is kind of like that, right? I think he's kind of analytic-y. Oh, my play sheet. Let me see here. Yeah, that's about it. I like coaches. These are like the coaches I like. I like Mike Tomlin. Tomlin is a coach that I like. John Harbaugh. These are coaches that I kind of look at and go, they manage the organization. Your head coach should manage the organization, right? He should be the top leader of organization. He's not going to come in here with all my analytics sheets and my spreadsheets and my plays and shit like this. I want a coach. Let me see here. Who's another coach? I want a coach, an old school coach. I don't want to see no ninja with no visor on. If I see you with a visor, I'm going to slap that visor. No, I'm just playing. If I see you with a visor on your head, Andy Reid is kind of a coach's coach, but he does this little play sheet, I suppose. I want to be a guy like the Detroit coach. He's in your grill. The Cowboys coach, Mike Martz. What's his name? What's the Cowboys coach name? Not Mark. Mike. What's his name? Anyway. God dang visors on your head. Pete Carroll. Rah, rah. Mike McCarthy. That's what his name. I said Mike Martz. That's the St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis Rams. I know. I'm getting old. Mike McCarthy. He kind of like a analytic kind of guy, I think. All right, let me see. Who's another guy? Yeah, all these other coaches, man, they, tippy toe ass coaches. I think the Giants coach, what is the Giants coach? He's kind of like a in your face type of guy, but I don't know. Anyway, Mike Martz. Mike McCarthy. Yeah, he a spreadsheet coach. He like, all right, let me go to my spreadsheet. Let me get my spreadsheet out. All right, where are we at? Let me script my first 15 plays, ass ninja. The Jets coach is kind of a passionate. I want you to be passionate. I want you to be passionate about your job. Like if you go out there and you be like, oh, I have poise. Poise is great. But you're like, I have poise. All right, here I go. No matter what, I'm going to look at this situation here. All right, here we go. All right, what do we got here? Second and long. All right, here's my 15 plays. Second and long. All right, let me get on my microphone with my offensive coordinator up in the booth. All right, what are we going to run here? All right, shoots and ladders, 86/46 square in, square root to the pi is head to the post. Who is DeMarco Ryan? Is that the Houston Texans coach? I think Houston Texans. All right, no matter what, they're like, I got to play for this. Where are we at? All right, 3rd and 3 from the 17. All right, multiplication chart right here. All right, there we go. All right, banana squared. All right, cervix, 24 left, 58-3 slash. All right. And then they run the play, and it literally be like a handoff or a slant route. It literally be like a slant route. And they call all this stuff. They look at all that chart, and it's a quick slant to the inside on soft coverage. I'm like, bruh, that's what you called out. You called that. You huddled up for that. Had the quarterback listening to him. You could have been like quick slant, soft coverage. On 3. Hut. Or a screen pass. Ninja, you handed the ball off and you had 40 seconds in the huddle and you screen played it, bubble screen. You're like, yo, man, like, man, we gotta stop with all this shit, man. Y'all doing way too much. You making a lot of money, but you don't have to work that hard. Huh? What? Oh, okay. All right, 3rd and long, screen pass. All right, 48 check on 2, hut. 48 check on 2, running back. This XY post, waggle. Ninja lift his leg up, dropping his arm. 43 waggle. Oh, hold up. Kill. Head pat. The running back listening. What? Okay, yeah. Audible. What we gonna do? Hut. Hand off. Like, what? That was your audible handoff? All right, anyway. All right, what are we doing here? All right, we gotta love the NFL. Let me go ahead and let me do it here. Let me see here. Shout out to Jay says the refs help the Eagles. He says the refs. I think you meant the refs help the Eagles. The Eagles with the game. Miami on their 7th game against Miami on their 7 games are against teams that what? It's ridiculous how the refs. I can't see the rest of the chat. He says it's ridiculous how the refs are not called not one penalty. That's what you said. That's what you said. Yeah, I don't know what happened. But yeah, man, it is what it is. Shout out to J Flow says, won my parlay with my team, USC losing to the Utes like I knew they would. Money over teams. Shout out to you. Absolutely, man. Money over teams. Never bet your teams. All right, coach in the coach gang. Never bet your teams. If you know your team's about to lose, go ahead and let them lose. All right, but anyway, look, that's it for the day. We're going to have week 8 coming up, and it should be a doozy. NBA preview. I'm going to try to get that in before they tip off. All right? Yeah. Thanks, man, for the support, and we out. Peace.